Hello guys, this is me, Daniel96, back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 17 tips of the 2024 AFL season. So round 16 is complete, and what a week. We actually had a pretty good week of tipping. We got 7 out of 9 tips correct. It was pretty good. Like, it was one of our best weeks that we've had for a while. Starting with the Brisbane game, I mean, it was a close game, but Brisbane got it done. Down here, the Bulldogs got it done. Didn't look easy, and I mean, yeah, the Swans, they lost. The Swans lost, and that ends their streak. And another surprising result, Gold Coast beat Collingwood. That's massive. And then down here, the Giants lose against the Crows, and Geelong, well, I said it, I thought they'd get done, and they definitely did. And then looking down here, and well, Port got the job done. Was not easy, but a win's a win. Carlton easily won, and Hawthorn easily won, and that sums up round 16. Yeah, it was pretty fun to watch. And now you can see the predicted margins versus actual, and yeah, some mixed results. Some were bad, some were pretty close. But yeah, overall, to sum up round 16, it was a pretty good week. So yeah, with that, let's move on towards round 17. And so here we are, round 17. As I said, no buys before. There's no Thursday night footy. We're sticking to the Friday. There's all 9 games, and we're closing in towards the end of the season. And yeah, the ladder really is all mixed. I mean, Hawthorn are on 32, and Fremantle on 38. That's not much of a difference. But yeah, starting with the first game, and this is probably game of the round. This is massive. This will be huge. It's between Collingwood and Essendon, playing at the MCG on the Friday night. And wow, this is going to be exciting to watch. Starting with Collingwood, they lost against the Suns. I thought they could have won it, but it wasn't their way. And as for Essendon, I mean, I'm starting to question them again. I don't think they're a top 4 worthy side, but it's been an interesting past month for them. They're definitely feeling the pressure here, and yeah, after that loss to Geelong, there's a lot of questions that have to be answered, and well, this is the perfect game to do it. Now, these teams versed each other back in Anzac round, and it was actually a draw, so we don't really have some idea on who is most likely to win, but according to these odds, Collingwood is much more likely. But overall, I think this game will be a really tight one. It's gonna be close all day, I reckon. I think it's a sold out game, if I'm correct. I might be wrong though, but yeah, this has high stakes. If Essendon win, they can still stay in the top 4, and if Collingwood win, then I think they will come into the top 4. So yeah, to put it simply, I don't know who's gonna win this one. This will be game of the round. It's gonna be a close game, but I have gone to tip Collingwood to get this first game with a win. And yeah, this will be an exciting game to watch. I think Collingwood will get the job done by 7 points. And yeah, I'm rating this game a 94. Now going to the Saturday games, there's all 5 of them, which is pretty good. And starting with the first one, and yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's between North Melbourne and Gold Coast, playing at Marvel Stadium on the Saturday afternoon game. And there's a lot of reason to watch this game. I mean, let's start with North. I mean, they did lose against the Bulldogs, only by 17, but it was all because of a late comeback that didn't work. But yeah, they just get close. They get close, but it's never enough for them. And as for the Gold Coast, a great win. Absolutely great win. Definitely one of their best wins that they've had. And yeah, that's really promising at home. However, they're now traveling to Marvel in the away stadium, and they have still not won a game away from home. And honestly, I think Gold Coast are just 2 completely different teams, whether they play at home or away. I mean, if they only played home, they would be like top 4. And if they played that away, they would be bottom 4. So this one is just super hard to tip, because they're versing North, who are 18th at the moment. Yeah, this one's really tough to tip, and I could see both teams winning this. I could see Gold Coast winning it. I could see North winning this. But yeah, as for this tip, I have decided to trust my gut, and I'm going to tip North for this game. Yeah, I think this is their chance now. They got close against Melbourne. They got somewhat close against the Bulldogs, and they got really close against Collingwood, and they got that win against West Coast. So promising signs in the past few weeks, and I think it'll pay off in this game against Gold Coast. I'm predicting them to win by 15 points, and yeah, I'm rating this game an 81. Now looking at the next Saturday game, and yeah, it's on the same time as the other one. Yeah, this is a game I'm going to, so this will be interesting. But yeah, it's between Port Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs, playing at the Adelaide Oval, and yeah, there's a lot riding in this game. In fact, this could be a season-defining game here, because yeah, the Bulldogs sit 9th, and yeah, Port is 7th. I mean, first talking about Port, they finally got a win. It took so long. They hadn't won in so long, but they finally got it against the Saints. It was not clean. It was not a clean win, but at this rate, you just kind of have to take it. And as for the Bulldogs, yeah, great win against North. A bit of a late comeback by North, but otherwise, yeah, it was just a simple win for them. Yeah, this one just will be interesting to see what happens. I think Port are at most stake here because, well, we've seen what happened in their last home game. Many fans left during three-quarter time, and just the last quarter they got pounded by a pretty big margin, and yeah, it was not a good sight to watch. Yeah, the Bulldogs are going to take that chance to make a big statement at the Adelaide Oval. It's a massive game for them. They sit outside the 8, and yeah, the ladder could not be any more closer. But yeah, this one's hard to tip because, again, I can see both teams winning this one, but I think just in recent weeks, Port Adelaide's form has not been the best, and honestly, I just feel like, yeah, the same thing's going to happen again, or something similar. So yeah, to put it simply, I think the Bulldogs will get the job done in this one. I mean, I'll be hoping Port get the win. I'm a Port supporter, but I think the Bulldogs, I'm going to tip them. Yeah, I'm going to tip them to win by 27 points, and I'm rating this game an 85. The next game we're looking at is on a twilight, and it's at Geelong, and yeah, it's between Geelong and Hawthorn, playing at GMHBA Stadium, and yeah, this one, wow, this is gonna be close. Really, this has been a good round, and this just gets even better. I mean, Geelong, yeah, they've been like very interesting, very inconsistent, but that win last week was pretty good. And as for Hawthorn, I mean, they're just on this winning streak, and yeah, 13th has never looked better. I mean, yeah, their percentage is killing them, but otherwise, yeah, they're getting these wins, and this is their biggest challenge that they're going to face. Playing Geelong against Geelong is not an easy place to play, and yeah, the Cats just have to use that to their advantage to leap against Hawthorn, because Hawthorn will fight. They will fight. They are on a winning streak, and they want to make the 8. They're still alive, well and truly alive, and yeah, that's why I'm excited for this game. But Hawthorn haven't played at JMHBA for, yeah, some time. I think their last time played in 2020, so they're not used to that ground. And yeah, Geelong will take their most chances out of this game. And I think Hawthorn's streak of wins will end here. I've tipped Hawthorn a lot, but I feel like the streak will end here, and it will surprise me a lot if Hawthorn get the job done here. If they get it done, then surely they'll make the 8. So yeah, to put it simply, I'm going to tip Geelong to get the win in Geelong by 10 points, and I'm rating this game a 92. Now going down here, looking at the first Saturday night game, and another cracking game. There's a lot of cracking games here, but this one's going to be really interesting to watch. I don't know what to expect from this one. It's between GWS and Carlton, playing at NG Stadium, and yeah, this one should be really interesting. Starting with GWS, they have been on, yeah, they've had just a couple losses in the past weeks, and yeah, it's definitely been concerning. I thought they'd do much better, but yeah, this game sets the stage. And as for Carlton, I think they're clear second. I think they'll finish second. They've just been powerful. They've been great. yeah, just score really high and they're just dominant everywhere in the field. But yeah, this game should be interesting. They're not playing at Victoria, so I don't know if that will make a difference. But yeah, the Giants, yeah, they're under pressure here because yeah, in the past few weeks, many losses have been mounting, and if they want to make the 8, this win has to go to them. Yeah, it would just be interesting to see what both sides produce. I mean, I can see this one being a pretty close game throughout the day, and yeah, I'm just curious to see who takes that to their advantage. But I think with the recent form Carlton have been, I think they will get the job done. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch. But yeah, I'm predicting them to win by 23 points. And I'm rating this game a 91. This is going to be really interesting. Now looking at the last game of the Saturday night, and it's at Optus Stadium. And yeah, this is going to be a bit least interesting, but should be great to watch. Is Fremantle and Richmond playing at Optus Stadium, and yeah, this is going to be a good game to watch, I guess. Starting with Fremantle, and yeah, a round of applause. They managed to beat the team that's on top of the ladder, and they sit third. It's been impressive for them. And as for Richmond, it's been a bit disappointing on the other hand. Yeah, they haven't had many wins, and yeah, it's been a season struggle for them. And this trip is no easy. I mean, they're traveling to Perth against a hostile crowd. There will be lots of Richmond supporters there, I reckon, but I mean, against Fremantle, the way that they're playing at the moment is, yeah, going to be hard to beat. And yeah, I think all of a sudden, Fremantle just feel like a team that could potentially finish top 4. If they continue that form, they could potentially finish there. But if they don't finish top 4, then they'll definitely finish 5th or 6th. But yeah, a lot of ups are going towards Fremantle's way, and I think this game will be a big chance to take the stage once again against Richmond. So yeah, this one is pretty short, but I'm going to tip Fremantle to get the win against Richmond by 30 points. And yeah, I'm rating this game at 72. Now looking down at the Saturday games and the Sunday games, should I say, and yeah, there's 3 of them. The first game is between Melbourne and West Coast, playing at the MCG on the Sunday afternoon game. And yeah, this one is a bit more one-sided. I mean, starting with Melbourne, they've been interesting. They've had just, yeah, an overall interesting season. They almost got the win last week, but yeah, they couldn't get it done at the Gabba. But even then, past weeks, yeah, it's been interesting. Some losses and yeah, some wins. And as for West Coast, yeah, they are also struggling, similar to Richmond. Only one win better, but yeah, it's going to be a hard game. I'd love to see some sort of contest here. I want this game to be like a fairly close one, but yeah, it's going to be hard to see this one being a close one. And yeah, it's going to be hard to see West Coast winning this one. I mean, they're at $5 odds, and yeah, it's usually pretty rare for a team to win with those odds. And yeah, Melbourne, they just got to get this win. They can't make it too difficult. They got to make it easy for themselves. And yeah, they got to get back into this. If they lose this one, then they are not making finals for sure. And if anything, they definitely need a percentage booster, and this is probably their best game to do so. Their best chance at it. So yeah, they just absolutely need this win, and they need to win big. So yeah, for this game, I'm going to be tipping Melbourne to get the win by 32 points. And yeah, I'm rating this game as 67. Now looking at the second to last game, and another more one-sided game. Still should be interesting to watch. It's between St Kilda and the Sydney Swans, playing at Marvel Stadium. And yeah, this is more interesting than this game. But yeah, Sydney got their first loss in quite some time. It was only by a point, really. I mean, that's the only thing that I can take away from it. It was only by a point. I mean, after all, Sydney looked pretty strong for some parts of that game. I mean, they did lose, but they still looked pretty strong. And as for the Saints, well, yeah, their season's just gone from bad to worse. Yeah, it's just hard for them to get any wins, really. The Saints do have a home crowd, but even then, the crowd doesn't come as much for them. I mean, yeah, there tends to be a pretty small crowd at the Saints home game, which, yeah, is definitely frustrating for them. And yeah, as for the Swans, they play really well at Marvel. I mean, yeah, they're one of the few teams that just play really well at Marvel Stadium. It might be something to do with the fact that the dimensions are similar to the SCG, but yeah, I mean, after all, they did lose last week, but I don't think that has taken much out of them. I mean, they had to lose eventually, and yeah, it happened to be against Fremantle. So I think in this game, I think they will get their win back and beat the Saints by 35 points. And yeah, I'm rating this game as 74. Finally, we look at the last game, and this is just the perfect way to end the round once again. Does not get any better. It's between Brisbane and Adelaide, playing at the Gabba on the twilight time slot. And yeah, although these odds are pretty one-sided, I think this would be more interesting than we think. I mean, everyone expects Brisbane to demolish Adelaide, but I think it will be much closer. Starting with Adelaide, and they finally got a win that was pretty good. I mean, against the Giants at home, that was just definitely something they needed after their form in the recent couple of weeks. And as for Brisbane, I mean, yeah, they're just on this winning streak again. 4 wins in a row. They are looking good, and well, as you can see on the ladder, they sit in the top 8. And yeah, the top 8 can be any more tighter, so this is basically a must win for them. But yeah, I say this is interesting because really, I think the Crows could pull off anything here. At the Gabba, I mean, I remember last year's game, they only lost by 6 points. Yeah, which was interesting, but yeah, Brisbane, yeah, they, I mean, played pretty well last week. I mean, they only won by 5 points, but even then, they got the win at home, and they just have this momentum at the moment, which is helping their drive towards the finals. I think they'll definitely make finals for sure, but this win must be the reason why. So yeah, to put it simply, I think the Crows will put on a fight, but I think the Lions will get over the line. And yeah, I think overall it will be a pretty close game. But yeah, I think Brisbane will win by 9 points, and I'm rating this game an 89. And just like that, that is my round 17 tips done and dusted. It's gonna be a good game, good games, should I say, to watch in this round. I mean, yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. Will we see some upsets? Probably. Which games will that be? I'm not too sure. So let's see what happens in this round. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.